Yeah, this isn't anything new. Kind of expect that. It's been a while since we recorded, actually. It's been 2 weeks. This chapter, I don't think is anything really special. Although we do get introduced to another character again.
And this is...
This asshole.
Oh god, he's back.
His design in this game is meant to invoke, I guess, a man as opposed to a boy, which is what he was in the first game, and I think it looks absolutely horrid, because he's a goddamn cowboy.
Those glasses are terrible. Holy shit!
It's so bad! Like, I thought he was okay looking in the first game, I guess for like, you know, a video game character, but he is so dorky in this game. Just take off everything, Luke. That hat, everything.
Oh, they're not even trying to cover it up this time. Also, since when did he have a grappling hook?
He's always had a grappling hook. Still, the interaction between him and Bayonetta is pretty great.
Fleur de la Reine. Maid of Nerine, also known as diamond lilies, I think.
Why do you know this?
Nerine is derived from the Nereid.
Who knows? It's not relevant in this game at all. Compared to the first game, where it kind of was relevant.
I'm just waiting for him to finish his description and follow it up with, I read it in a book once.
Quit calling me that. I'm not a pet or a cat. Oh wait, you said Luca. Not used to that.
Those fucking pants! Although he's kept his scarf from the first game, kinda.
Are you touching the screen?
Yes. There is there is a Chivo for touching Bayonetta specifically in 10 different cutscenes, and I'm trying to get as many Chivos as I can as fast as possible for a specific reason. I'll get to that later.
This time at least. Look, I know you've got.
So when you see that little pink
Hell, that goes for
thing,
anyone.
yeah, I'm touching Bayonetta. There's no other way to say it. Yeah.
It's when I found you.
It's for Chivos, guys, don't worry about it.
Yeah, totally okay.
Don't act dumb.
Rapidly smashing on the Wii gamepad.
The Umbra Witches and the Lumen Sages, two clans that wielded incredible power just 500 years ago. The clans of the Overseer, watching over us all with the eyes of the world.
I think the hat is the worst thing about that outfit.
Light and darkness.
Just wear a goddamn fedora.
But now I know.
I wouldn't recommend that. It looks bad, but really a fedora is definitely worse.
The same ones that the clans held on to so hard. The Overseer was the true creator,
If anything, the hat might look a little too small for his gigantic head.
the god of chaos.
Maybe?
God of chaos?
I guess those little dangly things kind of bother me because I don't think I've ever seen a hat like that apart from,
God used to live
you know, those Australian ones with the corks dangling off them.
They don't exist.
That's why this place has gateways.
They
They're
don't.
not real, are they? I don't think they are.
They are. I've seen people buy them from tourist shops and stuff.
Oh god.
I don't know if they're like real, as in they were a thing before they were sold as a tourist item, but
Well, I think
they probably were.
I vaguely remember hearing somewhere that they're supposed to prevent flies, but most country people don't even open their mouths that much to let flies in, so, you know. Also, Loki being in Bayonetta's thing, I really wish cosplayers would have more of that.
Lucky little fella.
Like, a little Loki doll stuffed in the thing. It's so cute.
For an animal lover, Bayonetta.
What can I say? I took a liking to one of the locals.
He's
So I kidnapped it.
Look, I know this isn't the time to chat. Let me see what I can find out to help you.
Just don't stick your nose where it doesn't belong,
Oh
Cheshire.
god.
Don't you worry about
Just
my
tickling
nose.
him and it's
I can
killing
smell
me.
trouble when I see it. You just take care of yourself.
Those glasses are so bad.
I know.
Like the bit on the
But-
bridge is just awful.
Well, Rodan made them.
So
he did say
Rodan made
that.
them deliberately to screw with them.
I guess.
Rodan seems like the kind of person that would do that.
Yeah. He normally takes pride in his work, but I guess not when it comes to Luca.
He also takes pride in passive aggression. Mega bloody
Anyway,
roast
there's
level
cats in
fun.
this one, and like in Metal Gear Rising, you can
Holy shit!
interact with the cat. Ninja Cat is real.
True final boss. If you do it for long enough, the cat goes in the blade mode.
Cat hulks out.
Metal Gear Rising was the silliest game, and the fact that if they're going to keep referencing it in other games, making it somehow even sillier than the source material, I'm totally okay with that.
I am totally okay with the Metal Gear Rising. It was a great game. Even though I never really bothered to get good at it.
I just laughed really hard when it got a whole bunch of awards for the soundtrack.
Oh yeah, for that butt
like-
rock or whatever the hell you want to call it.
There were some tracks that were genuinely good, and then the rest was really, really, really... It was decent quality, but still
It was kind of
hilarious butt
average
rock.
to me. That there was only maybe 2 or 3 standout tracks in that game, and that was about it. Like,
I reckon the
Monsoon one
Revengeance
and-
soundtrack...
What was her name? The lady one.
Mistral?
Yeah,
Yeah, that was a
I
pretty
liked
good
her
track.
track. That was great.
I don't know, I liked a lot of tracks on the Revengeance soundtrack. They reminded me of high school.
Did your high school have like robot dogs and stuff or something?
No, that would be a lot cooler. I just meant like the butt rock metal phase that most people at my school went through, including myself.
Anyway, we've got a new enemy type here. This enemy concept art was in the book for the first game. It's not actually a kind of an aggressive enemy, it's more like a mage, so it can enrage enemies on the field or it can steal your magic.
So in other words, they're enough of a nuisance to prioritize.
Yeah, basically. They're not so much an issue in third climax, but on harder difficulties, or the harder difficulty, they usually pair it with enemies that are really, really hard. So yeah, you want to kill them first. Also, I don't show off their torture attack, but their torture attack basically is them being on a kebab or something. I don't use torture attacks in this game at all, really, because they're not worth it.
I don't know, it's okay every once in a while to make an exhibition out of them, because they're always ridiculous.
Yeah. Although, with Enrapture, of course, when I said, when you kill an enemy with a torture attack, they'll drop their weapon, and Enrapture's weapon, when you use it, will suck health and magic out of enemies, which is pretty great. Also, when I said Lorem Ipsum was lazy, I said it was lazy because this one here is not Lorem Ipsum. And pretty much any other text is not Lorem Ipsum, except for that one instance. So yeah, I'm gonna call it lazy.
Wait. This is the
Yeah.
book called Rules... Was that Runes of Nature or Rules of Nature?
That was Rules of Nature.
That's great.
Yep.
Oh no, the baseball
wait for Metal Gear
satellites are
Rising
broadcasting
2.
statistics into his head.
What's this?
This is gonna happen a lot, Loki having a bit of a freak out. It's meant to be a plot device, I guess.
Huh.
Also,
Okay.
this is pretty great!
Oh, sick!
Yes, but do you know what also is sick?
This
Putting
is
a
an
hidden
instant kill.
fight. A hidden fight.
Oh, wait, really?
Yes. A goddamn hidden fight on that.
Holy
wizard there.
shit!
Yeah, that's pretty mean.
Yes, bring in the frogs! So the blade's called Rakshasa, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not gonna do lore and stuff like I did for the first game because I don't like this game enough to do it.
Also,
Rakshasa
lore
is
videos
basically
take, like,
They take
From
forever and no one
experience.
really watches them, so yeah, I'm not gonna
they
do
take like
it.
4 times the amount of time to edit, and they cover like a quarter of the length of a normal gameplay video.
Yeah. Besides,
that's
there's nothing
cool.
particularly interesting about Rakshasa in terms of mythology anyway. So, no point. Also, at this point, I realized I forgot to do something.
Mm.
There's a Muspelheim back here, and I totally forgot about it. You can kind of tell at which point when I realized, oh shit, I totally forgot to do that.
So they didn't hide one thing behind the weird clip the screen tidal wave, but two things. Oh wait, no,
Well,
this
it's
is
technically not
much
hidden.
further back.
It's available before you even get to that, but I just totally forgot about it.
Oh, okay. I really like that tidal wave effect there. And I'll get to see it again.
So these are back.
Oh boy.
But as I said previously, the angel weapons in this game aren't as good as the first. There's only one attack, and they ridiculously made them not worth using.
Oh yeah, because
But
they don't bind. They bind to
They
shoot.
bind to the shoot button
Yeah.
this time, so there's only one attack type. But like most of these Alfheims were in the first game, the combo isn't really an issue except for one instance, which I can think of.
You've been naughty.
Also, when I talked about that bug in the previous video, what happens is it happens for both magic and for health. So if you get a magic pearl or a heart in Muspelheim, you won't get the gained magic for it outside of Muspelheim.
I was thinking about it when someone posted about it in the thread, and the logic they've used to make that bug apparent seems relatively straightforward. Because, like, if you die in a Alfheim or a Muspelheim, you just spawn outside of it, right? Or does it game over you like the first game did?
Well, if you die in the Muspelheim, you quote-unquote die, but you just get respawned back at the beginning again of Muspelheim. So there's no penalty, like, as was mentioned, there's no penalty for retrying as many times as you need to.
Yeah, but it's saving how much HP you had at the start of the Muspelheim. It doesn't give you full.
Yeah.
So it's saving how much health you have left at some point.
As a number, but not as a percentage, which is kind of annoying.
Come on, love.
But that explanation made the most sense to me, so yeah, I'm gonna deal with that.
All right. It seems I can control the
These goddamn
remaining time.
cutscenes.
That's a big deal here.
It seems.
I mean, no. I got nothing else to say, love.
The remembrance of time.
Oh, lucky I have this handy pocket watch.
Right, let's go. I've got a party and I've no intention of being late.
Quick, young magic child, jump in my rack.
For my next trick, I'm gonna hide in somewhere else.
Another hidden fight.
Yeah. There's a lot of them in this chapter, but this one isn't quite as dickish as the other one.
Yeah. Wow, that was cool. So, the Umbra and Climax Wicked Weaves, they still bind to the end of combos, right? They're not, like, randomly generated or anything.
No, yeah, like each combo has specific Umbra and Climax Wicked Weaves.
Oh, okay.
So say the 5-punch combo will always end with a Madama Butterfly headbutt, for example.
Yeah, okay. Well, at least that part of Umbra and Climax is pretty consistent, despite the fact it also seems busted as hell, so...
I really think if there is gonna be a Bayonetta 3, they should totally fix it to be not so overpowered, because good god, it's ridiculous in this game.
The fact its ass is just sticking out of the ground is pretty good.
Yeah. It's unfortunate that in this game there aren't as many of those sort of animations for the enemies. Unlike the first game, there were so many other ways you could interact with them. Whereas in this game, you can only do that with the centaur enemies, and only if they're ever in the ground. Also, these guys are jerks. In fact, any of the big centaurs are bit jerks because they can block any of your moves. Randomly.
Enemies that don't stagger in these kinds of games in general are always a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Because you always feel like you have to commit to combos, and then all of a sudden they just parry you and then deck you one.
Yeah, they parry you and say, oh, your combo's broken, suck it. It's funny because the developers made a big deal about how dodge offset was a big deal in this game. And then when they made enemies that, you know, can just randomly parry and break your combo, it's like, what's the point of this then?
Trippy.
Pretty cool though.
Try to keep up.
This looks like a section where you witch walk. At least I hope it is.
Unfortunately, no. There's only actually one section in the entire game where you ever use witch walk, and the rest of it is just the remembrance of time kind of gravity usage.
Hmm.
And this is one of those fights where you have to get all the things to actually trigger it, and it's a bunch of these assholes.
At least you managed to line them up so they're all in the same space.
Yeah, a lot of this game is trying to line them up so you can sort of force them to, you know, hit each other when you hit them with wicked weaves.
Hmm. Well, I mean, since you can, yeah, with wicked weaves, you just line them up, open up Umber and Climax, and unleash on them, I guess.
Yeah.
Like that one where
Plus,
you shoot
that combo there is really good because it's got massive amount of area.
Hmm. Oh, crap.
Whoop.
Another LP. No rest for the wicked. Even if I am jollier than the average demon. But no need to pity me. I was bored anyways.
Oh, while Tony's away, I guess I should
This was
mention
gonna be fun.
the golden LP for this specific weapon is the William Tell Overture, which
Ta-ta.
has a cool little bit of, I guess, story behind it. The whole story of, you know, William Tell hitting the apple off his son's head kind of thing. Which fits in with the imagery of this weapon, because this weapon is a bow.
You know how they say life's a bitch? Try being dead for a couple millennia.
I'm not dead.
Makes a demon cranky as shit.
It's okay, Ronan came back.
Okay.
I think this demon will be complaining anymore.
So we get new weapon, Kafka. It's a bow. It's okay. Not the best weapon if you ask me.
You can equip it to the feet, can't you?
If only. Can you imagine Bayonetta drawing a bow with her legs?
So that's a no?
No, you can't equip it to the feet.
Damn it!
I mean, they already equipped swords to your feet. What else do you want?
I made my intentions clear. Can't have everything.
So I was saying how Rakshasa was kind of boring lore-wise, but Kafka is actually pretty interesting. Kafka being, of course, a reference to Franz Kafka, who wrote
Yep.
Metamorphosis, which is referenced in the description for this weapon. If I ever were to do more lore videos, I would definitely do one for this one because it's pretty interesting. But no.
Kafka seems definitely like the more obvious reference than Rakshasa.
Yeah. Did I equip Kafka?
It looked like you did. You had it on one of your weapon combinations.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You're probably
I'm totally
on
not
your
paying
B set.
attention.
These are my favorite things about the Bayonetta games, aesthetically speaking. Just all the gravity sections.
Oh yeah, it's great. So Kafka here fires arrows at poison enemies. The poison doesn't really do much, really. It just turns everyone purple and maybe it loses a little bit of health once every a second or something. It's almost not worth using.
Yeah, I'd kind of hope a ranged weapon like that would work more like There was one in DMC4, I think it was called Lucifer, where you like shot a bunch of like weird red exploding arrows as Dante.
Oh, okay.
That was a pretty cool example for a ranged non-gun weapon. Oh crap, you can fire a lot of them.
Yeah, that's the bullet climax move for it. And you can also
okay.
have, there's like a melee attack for it. It's actually not a bad weapon if you ask me, but it doesn't do that much damage as you might expect, so I don't use it too often.
It doesn't have the crazy impact of the other weapons either. You just sort of
Yeah.
shoot it a bunch.
Yeah, but it's good because it's got range, and that's going to be good for the next chapter, actually.
Seems like a good way to continue your combos as well that isn't just using the gun.
Yeah, it's a much better way to do it because of the aforementioned poison, which, as I said, doesn't do much, but it counts for something.
Wait, did you just poison it into the finisher?
I'm not really sure what happened. I thought I punished it into the finisher, and then it was like, okay, I guess I better hit it again. Baal is the best infernal demon, and I will hit anyone who says otherwise. Like, literally hit you over the internet. This is a mercifully short chapter compared to the previous one.
I'm looking at the timestamp and the title of the video, and it's not split in 2 parts, so yes, I agree. Then again, we're also not going for 100% destruction this time, so that probably helps a
Yeah.
little bit.
So this kind of Alfheim is a little bit misleading. When people read using a single combo, they think, oh, I can only use one combo only, as in like punch, kick, punch or something. That's not what it means. It means that you just don't let your combo break. That's basically what it is.
Did we see those enemies before, that when they combine into 3, you have to jump through them? Because that's pretty sick.
No, they haven't done that yet. But yeah, they do that.
That was
And
that
when you
was
dodge
really
it
cool.
without using Bat Within, she'll jump through them. Yeah. It's pretty neat. There's a lot of cool things about the compassions, I think they're called, but you don't see them too often because, one, because of time, I'm going for pure platinum here, and secondly, because they die so quickly.
Yeah, they seem super conditional as well.
Yeah.
Not to mention the game has to actually detect they're near one another to set stuff like that up, which isn't 100% accurate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've shown off the menu before, but we're going to make lollipops. Interestingly, on close to when this game released, like back in October, I tweeted the developers, so Hashimoto and I think Kuroda, because that little circle there, when you rotate the stick, it says punish it. Although in the first game it said concoct, concoct. And I was like, huh, why did you change that? Because it made so much more sense in the first game. And I never got a reply. So this is one of the reasons why I think this game probably just had a little less care in it, because there's little things like this which just don't make sense.
Well, hang on, if it said punish it, is that the same thing as a Punisher move?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they probably accidentally reused the graphic for it.
Yeah. It's kind of disappointing, but not really a big deal in the grand scheme of things.
This is like weird meta QA when you make a sequel to a really popular game. Especially
Yeah.
one with so all these tiny referential
Yeah,
things.
exactly, which is why I have issues with it, because there was so much minute detail in the first game, and this second game kind of just sort of skimmed over it in a sort of blasé way, and it seems really lazy. And I loved the first game. No one's going to deny that. And this second game just sort of seems to spit in that. So verse cards are new. That's for the multiplayer mode. I won't be showing that off until the end of the LP. Also, you can touch cards.
I'm glad some intern at Platinum Games meticulously coded cat interactions into the game.
Well, you can't touch the cat otherwise, so this is the only other way you can do it. Anyway, I'm showing off here a glitch. There's a move you can buy which is Witch Twist, and if you do it continuously, you can infinitely jump, which is pretty glitchy.
Huh.
Yeah. And so in this spot here, if you continually use Witch Twist, it's actually kind of hard to do the first time. It took me a while to get used to it. You kind of have to cancel out of the animation, then continue the next one. But
Huh.
if you use Witch Twist all the way up this little bit which we were like witch walking on, you encounter a really interesting visual glitch. So it's basically just sequence breaking the game.
Wait, is there actually a check flag up here before you go through that weird portal thing?
You'll say it's funny because, you know, this shouldn't have been hard to sort of get rid of or something, or just the bug with this move, because you only need to spam one move to get up here. Yeah. It's very easy to do.
So the load trigger's always there, even before you go through that portal. That's really weird internal consistency. Wah! That's cool. Okay, now it's
great.
just... Now we've ruined
by the
it.
way, seizure warning?
What? And the audio's gone?
Yeah, the audio goes because when you step through that door, that's technically the end of the chapter.
Oh.
But when you step back in through the door, the audio comes back. Evo, it's a little bit weird.
It's really weird how the particles wind up tracing on the background like that.
It's really trippy. I love it.
Whoa.
So there's not normally music here, so I'm putting Moon River on it because Moon River's great, and there needs to be more Moon River.
Oh my god.
So yeah, seizure warning. I'm sorry, people who might be prone to seizures.
Look, if you had to tell someone you had a seizure watching something on the internet, it was probably better being this than, I don't know, the Polygon episode of Pokemon or something.
You know, it's funny because my sister was watching this like, did you make this? It's like some sort of weird music video. It's like, no, this is in the game.
There's a special LSD code you can put in the game.
Yeah. So the next 4 minutes are just me playing around with this visual glitch because it looks great. And by the way, you can still access the menu in this state. It's not actually broken or anything. So you can change your weapons and stuff, or you can exit.
I imagine the video encoder for this in MIDI-UI or whatever is just freaking out.
I'm really curious how it's going to look on YouTube.
It's probably going to be even more of a mess than it is now. Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that's great. It's
When
great
she
'cause
runs
you
with a
open up-
trace.
Yeah. It's great because when you open a menu up, it resets the screen to black, so you can have like a fresh screen to mess up. Also, a little detail I didn't show off or mention in the actual chapter, but because Loki's with us, Loki actually appears on our beast forms. So when we're in panther form, for example, he's a little squirrel sitting on top of our head. And when we're in bird form, it's the same deal.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's a nice little detail they added.
I mean, it would have also been funny if in Panther form, he sort of just jumps out and gets eaten, but that also works.
Just gotta stop and watch those particles go.
The camera zoom seems to be having the most fun here.
So you can do this too. It's incredibly easy to do. I wouldn't necessarily call it, making the game necessarily broken because it is just sequence breaking the game, but it's still cool to watch it on your TV.
This is something I'd be sad if they fixed.
Yeah, definitely. Like when I was
It's not-
trying to do it, because I was having trouble doing the witch twist cancel continual witch twist thing. I was like, what if they patched it out? It's like, shit.
It's okay, when you know there's a patch for a Wii U game, you have to leave it running for 6 hours while it downloads.
That's true. My
Sometimes I
internet is
wonder if, like,
ridiculous.
Nintendo didn't understand how patching worked and they just re-downloaded the whole game.
That would take me forever if that was the case. So it's interesting that all of the audio is gone except for some sounds. Like when you switch weapons, for example, the sound of that you switch weapons is still there.
Yeah, that's probably not environment audio, that's probably just drawn, spawn. Yeah, drawn and spawn
Yeah,
isn't
you
the
can
term for it. Just played over the game.
So you
Oh
can
my
see Loki going red back there.
Vaguely.
In a haze of glitchy mess.
It's the random flying particles is the best part. Holy crap.
Yeah, that's the best bit. Like, I really wish it could just be like a screensaver or something. 'Cause, you know, people still use screensavers these days.
Bring back 3D pipes.
Yes. Oh no, what was it? The balloon box? The box, the 3D box.
Oh, I
That
can't
was my
remember.
favorite.
Oh, 3D maze as well. Who could possibly forget?
Alright, I think we've had our fun here, I think.
I can't tell if you're rotating Bayonetta's movement or you're rotating the camera.
I'm not here. But yeah, you can just quit out and it'll be back to normal when you quit back. I love that glitch.